Alrighty folks, today I want to make a video since the year is coming to an end and we are done the first half of the 2020s and we're moving on to the second half, y'all. I honestly can't believe that we are here more than half a decade into the 2020s. Time flies and another year older, man. Good Lord. Like for some reason, I still think we are in like 2016. But enough about that. Today I want to talk about the best camera that I've used this year, and just so you know, I haven't tried the new releases, the Sony a7 IV, the new Panasonics, the new Fuji, Canon, and Nikon, all that stuff. I'm sure they are fantastic cameras, but honestly, the cameras from the past few years are already great, and I don't think they can get dramatically better at this point. We are hitting a stage where the gains are smaller and smaller and cameras are already insanely capable. So if I didn't mention your camera in this video, don't worry, I'm sure it's a great camera and I'm sure that I would like to try it in the future as well. You see, the way my bank account is set up, it's just not feasible at the moment. So I want to talk about the best camera that I've used this year, and that is the workhorse, the Nikon Z8, everybody. Now I've been using this camera for a little bit over a year now, or maybe two. The years are just blending together. I really don't know anymore. I think it's a little more than a year. But it's been such a joy to use this camera. It's such a workhorse of a camera. The body is built like a tank, and honestly, I thought I would hate the body because initially I thought it was way too big. But after spending about more than 12 months with it, I would like to say that I do enjoy how it feels and hold in my hands. The camera grip feels nice in my hands. It is made out of a magnesium alloy. And yeah, don't get me wrong, if you're coming from like a Fuji system like I did, or even something like the Sony full frame cameras, then yes, this camera is quite chunky. But I do feel that the size with the camera does add a nice balance. When you hold something like the Sony cameras, like the Sony a7 IV or the Sony a7S III, it feels as though it may be too small sometimes, and you just need a little bit of meat around the bone just to fully grip the camera comfortably. And this is why I enjoy handling the Nikon Z8. Another thing I like about the Z8 is the dual card slots, especially the CF Express Type B. Because the Z8 pushes a high-res 45 megapixel file and it shoots really fast, you need CF Express cards to keep up. They handle the burst rate without slowing down, and the workflow feels smooth with zero buffering. And another thing that I enjoy about the Nikon Z8 is the blackout-free EVF. I used to think it was so strange, but after having some time with it, I kind of wish this feature was on my Fujifilm X-S20 as well. Like every time I shoot bursts with the X-S20 and I just keep seeing, you know, the black screen come up, I just get a little bit thrown off. Another thing that I like is the battery life. I can get by with just one battery, and that's only if I do 3 to 4 hour shoots with only photography. If I start filming videos, that's when I require more batteries to help me film my YouTube videos, and that can deplete the battery fast, and especially when you're filming in 4K 60 and then 4K 24 and 10-bit log files. Another thing I haven't talked about much is the video quality on the Nikon Z8. Over the past few months, I've been shooting talking head videos with it and filming some B-roll for my YouTube videos, and I have to say that the footage looks really good. Now, I'm not someone that's going to give you like great cinematography, nor am I like a filmmaker, but from all the video footages that I've seen and the video footage that I've tested, I think Nikon, in terms of their video quality, is up there with the rest of the competition. I've been enjoying the video aspect of the Nikon Z8 the more that I use it. I think the only thing that's stopping me from taking this camera out more for video is the lack of flip out screen, and I am definitely missing that right now. But when I can get behind the camera and film everything, I do like what I see coming out of this camera. Now, the camera does film in 8K RAW. It can do 8K 60, which I haven't even tried yet. To me, it's like, why do I need to? I'm not doing anything major besides just B-roll for my YouTube channel, so 4K 60 is more than enough for me. But it's just nice to know that if I wanted to, I can use the 8K 60. The log footage itself is quite nice. I just throw on those red LUTs that Nikon provided on their website and I call it a day. I really like the look that these LUTs provide, and I got some of you guys commenting on the look and the color grade as well. So just to let you know that if you ever commented on one of my videos, it's probably the Nikon red LUTs. Now it can also shoot 4K 120, and again, I really don't need that. All I use is 4K 60, and that's more than enough for me and what I do. I don't shoot anything that requires anything slower than 4K 60. Now when it comes to autofocus and tracking, I think the Z8 is really good. I have like absolutely no problem with tracking subjects, and because of the XP7 processor, you definitely feel how fast and zippy this Z8 is with its 3D tracking and its eye tracking as well. It may be slightly behind from Sony, but I feel like at this point we're just splitting hairs. Like there's no AI chipset inside like the Sony a7R5 or the Sony a7C2 or the Sony a6700 or even the newer cameras as well. Even without something like that in their camera, the Z8 performs really well. When it comes to photo quality, I think Nikon has great colors. For whatever reason, I find them to edit closest to Fuji RAW files, where it's quite easy to get the colors that I want by just sliding a few sliders up and down. Sony RAW files for me are notoriously harder to work with, so you have to massage it until you get it right. But with the Nikon RAW files, my workflow has been about the same as if I was editing a Fuji RAW file. What I also like is the 45 megapixel files as well. I personally don't need the 45. I really believe anywhere from a 24 to 33 megapixel is fine with me. 45 megapixels is something too much for me, but I do like zooming in to the details whenever I'm inspecting it, especially with a full frame sensor as well. I enjoy the photos that I took with this camera. Some of my favorite shots of recent times came from shooting with the Nikon Z8. I don't know what it is. Perhaps it's the combination of the XP7 processor with the 45 megapixel sensor, and plus the amount of lenses that are coming out from Viltrox and third-party lens manufacturer makes a Nikon Z camera more fun to shoot with, in my opinion. That's another thing I like as well. A lot of these Chinese brands are making third-party lenses for the Nikon Z mount. So I do like that because that means there's more options for us and at an affordable price. To this day, I haven't tried a native Z lens yet. I know I should, but third-party lens options are really good. Like you got the Mikey, you got the Viltrox, and even Brighton Star. I feel as though why even get native lenses? But of course, someone in the comments will say, well, you got an Z8, so why don't you put on like a native glass on to see how it is? Yes, I do agree. I do agree with that statement, but you see the way that my bank account is set up. And you, don't tell me what to do. But honestly, what I've been doing is using some of my old Sony E-mount lenses with the E to Z adapter, and that's another option that you can take as well. I've been using this option a lot, and I haven't had any issues with autofocusing tracking or anything like that. I use the Sigma 24 to 70 f2.8 Art Series lens, the Mark II version, and the autofocusing works great. It feels like a native lens. I film my YouTube videos with the Sigma zoom lens and also B-roll as well. I've also used my Sony 50mm f1.4 G Master lens with the E to Z adapter, and again, it works perfectly fine with no hiccups. I do find that if the lens have like fast autofocusing motors inside, they tend to keep up with the E to Z adapter as well. Something like an STM lens, even for native mount, will act slow with the Z8 as well. Trust me, I tried this with some of like, a third-party lenses, and it doesn't do well in the tracking department like the Sony G Master with the E to Z adapter. And I should really try some native lenses though, because I am curious, but that just goes to show that I'm really comfortable with my Sony E-mount lenses, that I don't feel the need to switch over so soon. Another thing I've been seeing from Nikon is that they've been giving out firmware updates like crazy. They are taking like, Fuji's old playbook on Kaizen and giving it to their customer base as well. This is something I find Fuji is doing less and less of as the time goes by. But Nikon, however, they keep adding in new features. You can add in film grain to your picture now, and they keep updating their camera, making Nikon users really happy. And I wish this is something Fujifilm would get back into. Overall, my experience with this camera has been absolutely amazing, and the more I use it, the more attached I get to it. I've been using it a lot more for video, just some B-roll here and there, and some talking head videos here and there as well. And that's what makes this camera so fun. It's not only good for photography, it's so good for video as well. It's truly a hybrid beast. Obviously, the photography side of the Z8 is fun, especially when I shoot portraits with its 3D tracking, with its blackout-free EVF. It's such a wonderful experience using this camera. The Nikon colors are wonderful. The images that I get are just beautiful. The video quality is beautiful. Even this camera aesthetically looks beautiful to me as well. It took some time, but it grew on me after a bit. But there you have it, folks. This is the best camera that I've used in 2025. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I just wanted to share my experience with the Nikon Z8. And I have to say, Nikon has been killing it lately with its camera releases like the Nikon ZR, the Nikon Z5 II, the Z6 III. I think they are just putting out some great camera releases. And now that the Sony a7 IV is out, these cameras look more like a deal in my opinion, and I really like what Nikon is doing. They are slowly winning people over, and especially people like me who have like no affiliation to Nikon at all. I bought this camera with my own money, just wanting to see what the big deal is. Now, after using it for a little more than a year, it's just a freaking awesome camera, and I think what Nikon is doing is awesome, and I just want to see Nikon continue to crush it. And if you are interested in this camera, I'll leave the links down in the description below. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do you have the Z8 or not? How do you feel about the direction of Nikon lately? Let me know in the comment section below. And guys, do me a favor. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel as well. It's support from you guys that makes me continue to make videos like this one. So please subscribe. It'll help me get boosted by the algorithm gods. And that is it from me, guys. Thanks so much.